What's up, Tsla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the broader markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. So Tesla basically started off with this push. We talked about yesterday how Tesla was going to be testing 425 to 430. And I said to watch and see if we get some kind of rejection move. And so far, that is what happened, right? We tested this resistance and we came back down. However, there is some good news, okay? Yes, Tesla initially came down and retested 417, but then we started to bounce. And what's happening is that Tesla stock is trying to make higher lows. So basically, Tesla has a double bottom like pattern, and now we're making higher lows, higher lows, and higher lows. If we end up losing 407, I think that if we take out this low from yesterday, there is risk of more downside on Tesla. But as long as we're above 413, which is where our 20 EMA happens to be, as long as that holds, we're favoring that we want to bounce and retest 425 or maybe even go higher if we break resistance. So the good news for Tesla investors and traders is that Tesla is currently making higher lows, and we're trying to get back to 425 to 430. However, there's no confirmation of a massive breakout on Tesla. We're only up 0.5%, which tells us that Tesla is flat for the most part. We were dropping with the European sales data that came out yesterday, but at the same time, I just want to say Tesla's getting bought back up with a lot of words coming out from Elon Musk about their AI chips and their robotaxi expansionary plans. So there's good news coming out as well for Tesla, and I can't wait to see how well we hold up. But make sure you guys are patient with this until we see a true breakout. So for now, we're getting bought back up, and we could be looking for 425 again, but there's no confirmation of a true breakout on Tesla, at least just yet. So be patient and let's see if we end up getting that move to the upside or not, right? We could push a bit higher, but we need to really break 430 to really get that bigger breakout. So for now, we're making higher lows. We're technically more bullish, but for a true big breakout, we still have to break resistance, and we're going to be patient for that. On SPY, we're looking more bullish, higher highs and higher lows. As long as we don't do 680 and 678, we're going to be doing fine. If 678 fails, we could be dipping to 675. As long as we're above these resistances, or and as long as we hold above these supports, excuse me, we're going to be looking for 682 next, and potentially 683 and 685. Overall, we're looking a bit more bullish, and we are favoring upside on SPY as long as we don't lose any key support. So for now, the bulls have an edge. Same thing with the QQQ. We called out 615 to potentially be tested, but the problem is that 615 is a tough resistance. We're going to see if we hold here. If we hold here, we could be going for 618, but if we don't, we could turn back down. If we end up losing 613, we could return to 610. I want to see how well we hold above 615. If we hold this, we're going to remain bullish. It is going to be some tough resistance on the QQQ, but overall, we're still holding up nicely. On the IWM, we have 247 as our resistance. If we hold above this, we're looking for 248.5. If we don't, we're looking for 245 to be retested. ES is looking bullish. We need to break 6850 to continue to push. If we lose the 6800 flat, we'll turn back down, but for now, we are still favoring upside. NQ has some more upside potential, but there's tough resistance at 25,400. We're coming very close to it, and we're going to see if we break past or if we reject, so keep that in mind as time goes on. Bitcoin's looking more bullish, favoring 88,500. Tesla's looking more bullish, making higher lows so far. But like I said before, there's no confirmed breakout yet in either direction. We have to break 430 to be bullish or lose 413 to be more bearish. For now, we're in the middle, but Tesla's making higher lows, so it could still try to bounce for 425 if that level holds. Nvda started off with a bounce. We need to hold above 180 to continue this trend. If not, we could be dipping to 178. Apple's looking more bullish, favoring 280, but we're going to see if we break that for confirmation to continue. AMD needs to hold above 212. If it does, we're looking for 215. Palantir is going to be favoring 169 if this continues. Needs to hold above 254 to also continue the push for the 260s. Amazon, we're testing tough resistance at 232. We need to break that to continue. If we don't, we're looking for essentially 229. Meta is looking more bullish, favoring 640 if this continues, but Google's favoring a move back down to 312 if this continues to reject. And then Microsoft is going to be favoring 490, and we'll see if you reject or not. Finally, the VIX is on a bit of a downtrend, at least for now, so we're going to see if we get a big bounce near the lower 17s. So be very patient and we'll see how this goes. But overall, Tesla is getting bought back up. It could still try to push as long as we hold support. We're range bound for the most part, but this could still bounce if we keep making higher lows. So far, Tesla's doing a good job. But if we end up losing 413.7 on Tesla, I will change my mind. I will be concerned of more downside. So for now, we're holding up well. We could push a couple of points higher, but like I said before, there's no confirmation of a true breakout in either direction, and Tesla's still technically in a range. We're making higher lows, so there is potential to go higher, like I said, but like I said before, also be careful with Tesla and see if we get a breakout. The market's bullish for now, which is benefiting Tesla, and we'll see how well we hold up. So keep that in mind, guys. Thank you all so much for listening, and peace out.